There are professors and there are professors. We have leaders with visionary thinking. We have leaders with an eye for details. The man that is born honored today, Professor Pantami, has combination of all two. The book we are about to unveil is the story of his 20 years journey in the academia across 4 continents: Europe, Africa, Asia, United States of America. A book of 341 pages cataloging the challenges, the opportunities, the resilience of this outstanding scholar.
I asked her, how many books are there in the world? And I found out that there were estimated to be about 156, 158 million books in the world. I got to know Professor Pantami as my colleague in the Federal Executive Council, where he served as Minister for Communication and Digital Economy between 2019 to 2020. His passion and attention to detail are very well known. His desire to have every T and I crossed and dotted in every document was almost annoying for some people. But our memoranda and our cabinet records are undoubtedly better off in terms of accuracy, having been impacted by what I call the Pantami effect. He was essentially our Mr. Compliance. Either your memo, if it was a tech memo, did not have with that certificate, he will be the first one to see it and he will keep quiet. And if your vision and missions did not align, he will let you know very clearly. So I see some of my colleagues are already beside themselves. But it was Mr. Compliance for a good cause. As I said, our records are better off for the Pantami effect. For those of you who will encounter him for the first time through this book, I cannot wait to hear your feedback after encountering Professor Pantami at close quarters. At a time when truth is endangered by fake news, when history is threatened by revisionists, books that profess a factual basis, which report history and events accurately, become all the more important to preserve the foundations of our civilization.
Simple but beautifully crafted, part memoir, part autobiography, aptly titled A Scholar's Journey, Navigating Academia, published by Ibadan University Press. The author has shown capable courage and determination in navigating the intricacies of life, worthy of being recorded and presented as a book. The first segment of this book, A Scholar's Journey, is very appropriate. Mr. Chairman, sir, 2 contending but complementary threads are dominant in the spatio-temporal dimensions of this book. In the book, Professor Pantami clearly emerges as one scholar who is committed to helping his mentees to achieve greater successes. The 2 strands, that is scholarship and mentorship, are so intertwined that in most parts of the book, they become totally inseparable. In his own words, and I'm quoting, "I'm writing about my academic journey because I have been urged to share my life experiences, achievements, and challenges I have faced, to serve as an instrument of learning and mentorship for the upcoming generation. This is because writing tends to influence more people. And to achieve this through this book, we can say that we have created a mentorship instrument that can outlive us. The author attributes his successes at this level of his development to a strong sense of service and sacrifice, as well as his ability to relate responsibly with peers and teachers and mentors. This phase of my career, according to him, provided a solid foundation as the university provided an enabling learning environment which helped me acquire both soft and hard skills and complemented the theoretical knowledge I gained as a student.
Professor Isa Ali Pantami is not a new man, he's a dead, an ambassador of Gombe State, and we're indeed very proud of him. I've been saying he goes from grace to grace, and we're indeed very happy that he has taken charge to give an account and give a record for us to keep as we move forward in the Federation of Nigeria. For us in Gombe State, we see him as a shining example who rose through, conquering various fields.
People are here for different reasons to honor this gentleman. And I think when you are governor of Gombe, you say that you are the proud of Gombe. I think you are not the proud of Gombe, you are the proud of Africa. Africa is not the proud of the amount of knowledge you have acquired over the years, and more importantly, using that knowledge positively to impact on people, is the reason why you find all the people here. I thought it's only the governors at a time like this that have special respect for the judiciary and the legal people. But I can see that even Professor Pantami has that special respect, because all the governors were here, ministers were here, former governors were here. He forgot about the national anthem until the former Attorney General just came in. The moment he came in, he said, national anthem, please. So I think this gentleman is getting ready.
As the chairman of this very important occasion, it is my singular honor and privilege, my friends, colleagues, and senior organizers here, to have been a book titled The Scholar, a Scholar's Journey, Navigating Academia, written by one of us, Professor Ali Pantami, today, 24th of January, 2024, in the Glory of God.
Officially, the book, A Scholar's Journey, Navigating Academia, has been unveiled.
The past before us is unknown. The story before us is unknown. The time before us is unknown. The choices before us are uncensored. Life indeed is a journey. Every journey is a story. Every story is a tale. We tell with our character. We were not there when he was born, but today we gather in testimony of his greatness. What is the paradox of words? Consider it a metaphor of reality. But I know and you know that this young old man is an old young man. Let not the wrinkles on his face confuse your eyes. Let not the number of his age deceive your ear. Yes. His heart is filled with the succor, vigor, and hammer of the youth. With envious mind, the tide is dragging down his crimes. His words irreversible, so captivating and alluring, a London gem, breaking the conservative Oh God, and standing tall in the sweaty splendor, so unbound, with bonnet purity. He preaches in sermons, in academic jargon. He teaches in summit and enigmatic levels. He's a professor in universal impact. Thank you. And again, my name is
The Romans said something, it's a Latin phrase, Audentes fortuna juvat, by Virgil. He's a Roman poet, an ancient Roman poet, one of the greatest that ever lived. What that means is this in English: fortune favors the brave. Fortune favors the brave. I will tell you today that as far as I'm concerned, this phrase is more appropriate to Professor Issa Pantami than probably any other individual that I know in this country, and I know many, many people.
Sometimes I wonder how Professor Issa Pantami gets the time to do so many things at the same time. Being a teacher, being a preacher, being a minister, being an author, academic, and attending to so many things at the same time.
It's not often that we believe that they can really face the furnace of politics and still achieve significantly on the service delivery to the citizens. But I believe Professor Pantami speaks to why we should always look for not necessarily the philosopher kings, as Plato asks us to do, but people who are of knowledge, but who are also committed to putting that knowledge in an applied manner to the good use of the citizens. Clearly, that is something that Prof has achieved, and I hope this book will tell us a lot more about it when we eventually get the opportunity to read it.
We are really excited as Gombe Indigen with all the comments that we've been hearing today. And this testifies to the nature and the kind of person that Professor Issa Pantami is. Professor Issa Pantami is a household name in Gombe State. And he's a source of inspiration to the younger one. The comments and speech made by the governor is enough to tell you how dear he is to our hearts. And therefore, the Emirates of Gombe State were always happy with him and will always be there to support him.
Why would an opposition figure come to a book launch of this nature? Simply because we've come to a point in our country where we must do everything humanly possible to lower the temperature of national divide and tribalism. Having said that, I think that for me, I will thank my brother Shifeni Fanikade, who put a call to me yesterday while he was with the author and said, "Shegun, you must come." And I said, I will. Why? I think that for me, every time I read about him or see him, I remember Ibn al-Farabi, one of the ancient philosophers who were quite knowledgeable in Islam and also extremely knowledgeable in science, to whom a lot of the interpretation of the books of the former time, mathematics, geometry and all that was brought to the Europeans. So keep it.
I don't agree with all his views. Certainly not the religious views. I'm not qualified to comment about that. And I've never made those disagreements publicly, but whenever I tell him, I say, why didn't you tell me first? Why didn't you discuss with me? I wouldn't have done this, or I wouldn't have said this, and this you must give to Malam that he accepts this. And secondly, very many people who know me and my relationship with Malam, they will say, look, go and tell your man not to do this. I say, why would he do this? And I say, he will listen to you. And I'm very proud of this. And every time I call his attention to anything and we have an engagement on it, Mana will accept where he needs to accept a different position.
His Excellency has approved that all public schools should run dual curriculum. That from next year, Yobe public schools will begin to produce memorizers of the Holy Quran and excellent speakers of Arabic. He said that there is need for us to continue to produce the line of Sheikh Ali Pantami in Nigeria.
Professor Pantami's book serves as a beacon encouraging us and the upcoming ones to embrace collaboration and continuous learning for the advancement of our great nation.
Let me make a preparatory or an introduction to his vote of thanks by appreciating all of you for creating time out of no time to be here in person. I pray to the Almighty to reward you immensely, and may He continue to be with all of you. And I also pray to the Almighty to make our country, Nigeria, very successful. May He bring peace and stability to Nigeria. May He guide our leaders, and may He continue to be with the citizens. May He also respond positively to all our prayers and our supplications. May He, the Almighty, bring an end to all the challenges we are being confronted in Nigeria, particularly the issue of insecurity and economic challenges. We seek for His divine intervention, and we pray for Him to intervene divinely and make our country very successful. I appreciate each and every one of you here for honoring this invitation, and also special appreciation to all my family members, because I acknowledge that in the book. I used to take 2 to 3 hours at night to work on the book. So they were angry with me, but I'm glad that we are here celebrating the output of the time I spent from their family time. My sincere apologies to all of you, the family members. And I'm still working on another book. As earlier explained, this book covers only the academic life. I'm still working on another book that will cover the public life. And there are so many better and bitter lessons to learn from that. Thank you very much for honoring the invitation. May the Almighty bless all of you, and may the Almighty bless the Federal Republic of Nigeria.
Finally, I wish to join our teacher and elder brother and all others to strongly recommend that you should obtain a copy of the book, A Scholar's Journey Navigating the Academia. I assure you, I'm sure you will enjoy it as much as Professor Pantami enjoyed writing it.
ربنا آتنا في الدنيا حسنة وفي الآخرة حسنة وقنا عذاب النار ربنا اغفر لنا ذنوبنا وكفر عنا سيئاتنا وتوفنا مع الأبرار ربنا اغفر لنا ولوالدينا ولمن سبقنا بالإيمان والمسلمين والمسلمات والمؤمنين والمؤمنات الأحياء منهم والأموات سبحانك اللهم وبحمدك نشهد أن لا إله إلا أنت نستغفرك ونتوب إليك سبحان ربك رب العزة عما يصفون وسلام على المرسلين والحمد لله رب العالمين.